Hi everyone,
Hello.
this is Jim and Chaz from Pilgrims in Canterbury. We're halfway through a cycle here. Chaz is running the creative methodology course, so I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that course and what happens on this course, and really what happens overall when you come to Pilgrims, and why you should consider coming to Pilgrims. So Chaz.
Yes, hello. Well, the course I'm running is on creativity applied to methodology, and so a big chunk of it is devoted to demystifying the concept of creativity and leading people to understand that creativity doesn't mean that you have to come up with something revolutionary in the classroom. Also making them understand that creativity is not really an option if you want to, for example, cater for the great diversity of our classrooms. If you want to surprise your students, if you want to lead your students beyond an exercise that makes them work on just language, but if you want to take them on a different level, you need creativity, because without creativity, you're not going to be able to do it, and nobody else is going to do it for you, not the book, not your colleagues. And so basically that's what we're doing. So the idea is that you can develop your creativity if you use the right strategies, so the strategies that work for you. So we practically see how creativity can be applied to texts, music, songs, pictures of works of art, which is what we're doing this morning. But also you know how to be creative with nothing, which using the people in the classroom, and the people should be your primary resources. So you can also argue that you need creativity to test your students. So we look at it also as a way to refresh our teaching, because creativity is important for students, but it's important for us too. I think that the profession over the last 10 years or so has seen a shift in that teachers are no longer educators, or they're not perceived as educators anymore, but most of us are perceived as exam operators. There is so much emphasis on tests, results, grades, exams, and it's such a money-spinning activity that perhaps this is beginning to de-skill what we do. And so I'm not suggesting that creativity is a panacea. Creativity is no magic bullet, that's for sure. But if you create it, if you design your exercises, if you inject some life in what you're doing, there is a very important feel-good factor, that would make us forget from time to time that we're not here just to prepare students for exams. So that's a bit of a mouthful. That's what we're doing.
And I think one of the problems we see is that many teachers have to follow a very strict curriculum, and therefore they may feel that there's not much room for creativity. So what are the sorts of things we can do to help that?
Well, I think this is you get that a lot from teachers who say, but this is all good and well, but I have to prepare students for exam. Well, my answer has always been the same for years, ever since I started teaching this course. And I answer that question with another question. And so the question is, are you sure you're teaching exams, or shouldn't you be teaching people? Because if the answer is, as I hope, number two, you're teaching people, well then more creative approaches, to teaching, will also serve a very good purpose. No matter what you're doing, you may be a close teacher, you may be preparing your students for an exam. So it's not something you do because you're in the mood for playing games.
No.
That's I have to say that normally that works with teachers.
Yeah, and I think also in mainstream education, creativity is a bit of a scary word for administrators and things, because they think it means only fun.
Yeah, there's this thing. I work in Paris, and I recently found out that for my students, creativity means games.
Yeah.
So when they say, can we do more games? I'm like, but we don't do any games. We don't play any games. And then, when I ask them to give me an example, I realize what they mean. And what they mean is, let's do something different.
Yeah.
So in order to be able to do something different, you have to be a little imaginative. So that's the thing. The problem with creativity is, Jim, to go back to your point, is that creativity cannot flourish unless people work in a supportive environment.
Sure.
And so I think that unfortunately a lot of people pay lip service to creativity, but then when it comes to support the teachers, they kind of shy away. They start saying things like, yeah, but we have our curriculum, we have our syllabus, and then the parents, and then this and then that. And that's unfortunate because, on the one hand, we want teachers to do things differently. On the other hand, we forget to support them. So if a teacher is unsupported, they're not going to stick the neck out because, they're going to play it safe.
Yeah.
And playing it safe is the almost, the antithesis of education, if you think about it.
And I think one of the things we do here with teachers is open up to them the possibility of being more creative, more motivated themselves, and be prepared to stick their necks out for their students. I think one of the things that does happen here, it's very normal that when teachers come here, they're tired, they're a bit beaten up by the system, and I think here at Pilgrims we reignite the passion, the reason why they first became a teacher in the first place. And it's easy with all the sort of awful testing and assessment and constant ticking of boxes that you have to do these days. It's very easy to lose your passion. And I think that's what we bring back at Pilgrims.
That's the whole ethos of Pilgrims, to humanize language teaching, and teaching happens to be a profession that's being constantly dehumanized.
Yes.
Because teachers are going through a process of being, like I said before, exam operators, but also admin people, basically. They have to write reports, they have to tick boxes, and I think, that in the long run, that could take the passion out of teaching. I don't know any teacher who chose teaching because, they wanted to write reports or tick boxes, you know what I mean? But the teachers I know, the teachers I meet, teachers, chose teaching as a career because, they want to be with people, they want
and
to
make a difference.
Make a difference, and that should be the meaning of education.
Yep.
And so, you're right. I totally agree with you.
So I think for you teachers out there in Brazil, this is a great chance for you to come here and focus on you for 2 weeks. You spend 50 odd weeks a year thinking about other people and putting all your efforts into them. So this is a great chance to reflect on you, what you want from your teaching, and for yourself as a person. So we're looking forward to seeing you all.
Reflect, recharge your batteries, and also perhaps with a bit of luck and hard work, look at teaching from a slightly different angle.
And learn to relax, be relaxed.
Yes, in a very beautiful area.
I mean, look at the greenery.
No, but we're what? We're 5 miles away from a coast. And
a beautiful part of England, southeast.
An hour away from London.
Yep. So what more can you ask for?